Hey, Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Today we are taking a look at what I think was referred to in the order as primitive Matt Cardona, which is kind of hilarious. This is a repaint of the Super 7 Ultimate Series 2 Matt Cardona, and this guy, being the toy and wrestling genius that he is, had new gear made using the gear of that original figure so that it could be done as a simpler repaint, because that figure was $75. I didn't buy it. I think it's awesome, but that is above my limit for an action figure. But this one, which I think is more toyetic, the colors are beautiful. They absolutely pop. Obviously, this is a Jurassic Park theme that he was going for here. I think that I have not seen the other figure in person, but to my eye, this one looks even better than that one does, even execution and quality-wise. Packaging is great. You've, of course, got the ring ropes across the front. We've seen this before when I reviewed the original Myers and Cardona figures, and I like that they've maintained the style of this packaging. Matt Cardona. All hail the Deathmatch King. Matt Cardona may see himself as the ultimate babyface, but he's as nasty as they come. He conquered territory after territory, defeating champion after champion, winning title after title. From Internet Champion to NWA World Heavyweight Champion, the major player is always ready for a fight. That's some great copy, except for the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. I think it's just World Heavyweight Champion. Or it should be World's with an apostrophe, maybe. I don't know, but whatever. It's good copy. And again, this packaging is just beautiful. But let's get this figure out and see if it is one of the ultimate Super 7 Ultimates. You guys know I'm a huge fan of Super 7. If somebody told me at one point, and look, I know the haters are going to be just outraged. Oh, I always keep the backgrounds in here because typically Super 7's backgrounds, they're usually a little more flat than this. So this one's got a little bit of gloss. I don't know that it will photograph all that well. But I always keep their backdrops for thumbnail use. Haters are going to find this preposterous, and I don't really care what you think. If somebody told me you can only buy toys from one company anymore at all, I honestly believe I would say Super 7 is that company. That's how much of a fan I am of what they do. And if you have actually watched a number of my Super 7 reviews, then you know I call them out when I think they need to be called out. Just because I interviewed Brian Flynn and now consider him to be a close personal friend. Not really. But I will still review all of their products completely honestly. But their aesthetics, the licenses that they get, everything about the company, to their company philosophy of inclusion and everything about the company, it lines up with everything that I love. So, trying to stay hydrated here. If that's just how it is. Oh, tape. What are we doing with tape on this product? Come on now. All right. Of course, this being a Super 7 Ultimate, there is a large assortment of hands. I'm very curious. I have not bought any yet because they haven't released a character. Uh-oh. That hand just went flying away. They have not yet released a character that I need. But I want to see the Super 7 Deluxes. The new ones that have less accessories and are more about just getting a cool figure. Everything they've done so far I either don't want or I already have an ultimate version of. But I am definitely down for getting a deluxe once they get around to something that maybe I didn't want to pay the price for the ultimate version or whatever the case may be. But where I was headed with that is I wish they still had a deal with the majors, because I would love to see what a deluxe Cardona and Myers would look like. because you could absolutely, I mean, especially Myers. I like his gear style. That's always been kind of one of my favorite types of gear. My creator wrestlers definitely had a tendency to have the long tights and singlets. Ooh, scary. Okay. Whew. But I would love for the majors to re-sign with Super 7 and get some more products. Okay. Man, the tan looks great. All the paint looks fantastic, too. That head is sitting too high. I'm going to be interested to see if this is just not pushed down all the way. But I'm going to wait till we get these spikes off of his shoulders to figure that out. All right, let's do a little zoom in here. First of all, we've got to take a look at that obnoxious face with the tongue out. Absolutely ridiculous. One of the things that I love about Cardona is there is nothing more juvenile than tongue out, middle finger. And like 90% of the pictures you see of this guy, it's tongue out, middle finger. But it's because he knows his character. He knows what he's doing. All right, I got to get all this gear off so I can find out if this head is actually a problem or not. Because I don't want to try pushing down on that. Well, maybe. Okay, hang on. That head does not sit any lower than that? That's crazy. All right, we got to get this done. So we'll come back to the head. I want to take a look at the gear right now. This is his entrance gear. He's got the shoulder pads with the spikes. The MC fastener on the front. The like Raptor, Jurassic style markings. Got the still here on the back, which was also on the box. You can see right there. Just all the paint apps look fantastic. Really well done. And the colors are so just vibrant and bright. This is a toy. To me, if you're a wrestling fan, this is a toy you got to have on your shelf. Because it stands out just against everything else. The sleeves, or whatever the underneath knee pads are called, Cardona has the manufacturer embroider his logo or add his logo to those. So that's on there. That looks great. He's got the knee pads, presumably designed by somebody who I actually can call a friend, Rick Michaels. Worked with for many years when I was calling wrestling in different companies. The belly hair is slightly upsetting. Also slightly upsetting is it looks like we've got some damage on his gut here. We'll take his gut. That's not fair. I'm sorry. His abs. We'll take a look at those in a minute. Look at this. The tape actually sculpted. It's not just painted on tape. It's actually sculpted and painted. So let's get this entrance gear off. Hopefully. There we go. So there are the armbands. Just soft plastic pieces. Slide right onto the forearms. And again, that tape actually sculpted on. Just amazing. And then this chest piece. Oh, this doesn't actually... So it just sits like this. I thought there would be like a latch here, but it just sits, which is fine because it works. Uh-oh. That's not supposed to happen. Well, maybe it is. Maybe that's how you get the... No, I don't think that's supposed to happen. Although, you know what? I'm just going to leave that off because it's going to make it a lot easier to get that off. Look at that hair. Good Lord. Maybe that is supposed to come off. I mean, look, where it fastens looks kind of malformed, so I'm not going to pretend I think that's a design option. But at the same time, that would have been a lot harder to get off if that arm didn't pop off. And it plugs back in and stays in. I don't know. I don't know if that's a feature or a bug. All right. This being Super 7 designed articulation, it is single jointed, which is my preference. I know not everybody is on board with that. Yeah, that is some production damage. I might have to, because it's right there in his ab hair. So he does not have a waist joint at all, which I prefer to having a cut joint there, because cut joints at the waist look horrible. But that's kind of rough. It's kind of noticeable. I'm going to have to make a decision about whether I'm going to contact them or not. Also got kind of a weird nipple situation here, because they're sculpted in there, if you can see. But they're just kind of there. I don't know how to feel about that either. All right, we got to figure out this head. Got these standard ankles. You can see some paint mess. Well, look, this is, Super 7. I was talking about you so good at the beginning, and I'm running into a lot of little issues with this guy. I hate to say it. Got his boots right, though, like sculpt-wise, they look great. He's got the tattoos down here. He's got Hasbro with his skull head logo. And then I don't remember what this is. Okay, so we've got to figure out the head situation on this guy, because it's sitting way too high. So my hope, well, since we've got that off of the body, let's go ahead and take a look. So as I said, that obnoxious tongue out, heat-seeking face. Just all the detail of the wrinkles and the skin and everything looks great. Hair, again, obnoxious. Perfectly done. The fade looks really good. And then we've got a smiling face that almost looks too friendly, but has that S-eaten grin. And then the serious face, the smug, sneery, which, by the way, I kind of wish something like this had come with the Eddie Guerrero that I reviewed the other day. That sneer needs to happen. This might be the one that I use, because, check this out, I think this is going to be the look. So he's got the sunglasses, the sort of macho man-ish sunglasses. These are a nice rigid plastic, so I expect them to stay in place. See, that might be the look. But I'm going to set those to the side. We'll take a look at the hands as well. So we saw the C-grips. You've got open gesturing hands. You've got a pointing hand. Fists for punching. And then where is it? The LI with that juvenile middle finger. And man, he needs to clean his fingernails. Oh my gosh. For a guy that doesn't have time to poop, he's got something going on there. All right. Let's get this head situation figured out, because I would like to believe I'm not using that tongue out head, because that is just the worst. Oh, man. What is happening? Oh, scary. But that one goes all the way on. Okay. I'm going to do that not on camera to try and make it a little easier on myself. So the sneering head. If I'd heat this up, it'd be a little easier. All right. So it just takes some force to get those things down. Like I said, if I heated them up, it would work a whole lot better. So let's go back to the tongue head just to make sure it will go. Yeah. Okay, so it will also push down further than it initially was. I don't know, maybe I do like that grin head a little bit. I think that with the sunglasses, because I'm absolutely leaving the entrance gear on. And I also want to try and get that entrance gear back on with, he's got some discoloration from the entrance gear. I'm going to try and get this back on without removing that arm. There we go. All right, so you can absolutely do that. What should I do? So the other, I've got the LI on the other figure. I think this one is going to have the open hands, kind of looking dinosaur-y or something. I don't know. I'll have to go back and watch what he did during the entrance for this match. But maybe just something simple along these lines on the shelf, because the point of this figure is, my gosh, look at, oh, I'm still zoomed in, sorry. The point of this figure is, my gosh, look at the colors on this, look at the deco, look how phenomenal everything looks. So I don't feel as much need for a really dynamic, unique pose on him, because the figure in and of itself is dynamic and unique. So it doesn't need a lot of physical splash, because it just looks like it looks. I think I'm going to take some pictures of the issues, send it off to Super 7 and see what they say about getting a replacement, because there are enough problems here that I think it warrants it. And I hate contacting anybody. Oh, whoops. I hate contacting anybody for a replacement, anything. It's just it's a pain. I'd rather not do it. But I think it warrants it in this case. Where did that? Oh, there it is. So, some production issues, but design-wise, looks-wise, this is a fantastic figure that I'll be very happy to have on the shelf once I've got one that doesn't have these little issues that this one presents. So there you go. Primitive Matt Cardona. This was previous to him being the complete Matt Cardona, so he's still just always ready at this point. But thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about Needless Things, and until next time, buy what you like. And then return it if you have to.
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.